What's up, guys? If you are into music reaction channels that are honest, raw, and authentic, look no further. You found your destination. It is the Tazzz N Philly show. Welcome to our journey.
And make sure that you subscribe below and enjoy the show.
What is good, you sexy son of a guns? It is Philly. That is Tazzz. It is the Tazzz N Philly show, and we are back with another reaction video. What's up, everybody? We are back with another reaction video, and we're checking out a band that we checked out for the first time yesterday. A Ukrainian metal band by the name of Jinjer. We checked out the song. I mean, I pronounced it Pisces, but I'm learning that might not be how it's exactly said. I don't know if it's Pisces or Pisces or whatever, but it's Pisces is how you spelled it. The band is Jinjer. So I'm be fully transparent. You know, him and I split decision on the song. I gave it a thumbs down. He gave it a thumbs up. Mainly, I think I was just confused or blown away by exactly what I heard. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Didn't know what to expect here. And I would say, with that being said, it made me like just have to contemplate. At that given moment, I had to give an initial reaction, and I gave it a thumbs down. And then he edited the video, and I kind of listened to it back again after it got released on a really good stereo system with a sound bar, and I listened to it some more, and then I began to gain some more appreciation for it. I thought that the riff was cool, and as much as I'm not a huge fan of the screaming, I can really appreciate her vocal range, because it's like it, and I mean this in a complimentary way. It almost sounded like a guy. I can't even believe it. I mean, like that screaming. I can't believe that came out of a female. It was like she was possessed. It was insane. But I kind of get it more now. And now that I have more of an understanding of what this band is like, after listening, or not listening, but after seeing some of the comments and reading what some of the folks have to say that are familiar with this band, I understand this is a lot of like what their music is. A mixture of singing and a mixture of screaming. So I'm going into this with more expectations or more of an understanding of what I'm getting myself into. So I'm a little more prepared. I don't think I'll be taken as off guard. And I think, I mean, it might be more favorable to how I feel about the song, because I will say I like it better now than I did the first time I heard it, that original song. So, I mean, I know Tazzz liked it right from the get-go, so he can speak to that. And then we'll get into the new song, which was a request. It's called Home Back by the same group, Jinjer. I know it's a subscriber request, which Tazzz will get into. So I guess give your shout out, and also if you want to touch about the last song we listened to.
Okay, so anybody listening for the first time, the last song, which was I guess yesterday, I loved it. I mean, it was a shocker for me because I never heard of the group before or the song. So I was shocked when her voice was able to transform from soft into growl. But I was pleasantly surprised. Like, I love it. I mean, I love the fact that it was a rich growl and the fact that it was from a female. I don't think I've ever heard that growl in a female. So that was cool. Like, I appreciated that because, you know, I never, I guess, knew a woman could growl like that. Especially so eloquently. Like, she doesn't look like the type that can growl, you know what I mean? So I like sometimes to be unexpectedly or pleasantly surprised, rather. I love this song. So for tonight, this is another song by Jinjer. Also another song we have never heard of because, you know, we just found out about Jinjer very recently.
Right.
This is a shout out. This is a shout out to CJ Joe. So CJ Joe, this one's definitely for you and everybody else who loves Jinjer. And then you also wrote in the comments, this particular song is about leaving their war-torn country of Ukraine. It's a very deep song for them.
Yeah.
So that's something to have when you're going into this song. So I can only imagine, and if this song is sentimental rather to them,
You know,
how much force is going to be into it, emotion. Go ahead.
I thought about that a little bit yesterday too, because being from Ukraine and being the fact that there's actually a war going on in the Ukraine currently, I was curious if this band was still together or if it affected their music in some way because it's an absolute travesty what's going on over there. So I can only imagine this song is pretty powerful. And I don't is this recent? Because I mean I know there's been other situations there before, but I don't know if this is more of a recent song and they're talking about what's going on currently, or this is something from the previous time. Does it say on there at all?
It says it was from 2 years ago. So this was 2 years ago. The song from yesterday, Pisces, was
From
five
five
years
years ago,
ago.
right?
Yeah.
Well, that
Yeah.
makes sense. I mean, the war's been going on for a little bit, but I was thinking about that because that's real, and obviously, if you're going through something like that, it could affect putting out music or what direction your music goes in, especially if you're going through such a terrible travesty like that. So yeah, I'm curious to see what this is all about. I'm assuming it's a little mixture of the singing and the growling. So I'm definitely down to check it out. And since I know very little about the band, um, hopefully I'll have something to say after it's over.
Yeah, we're learning a lot from Ginger already. So since you just touched upon that, thank you so much for some of our new subscribers and our new commenters who have already given us some information about Ginger. So it's nice to know that. Oh, and then I found out too in the comments, Philly. I don't know if you read this, that everybody that's in the band now were not the originals. So imagine that. So there was some other people that originally made the group Ginger, and then they were replaced down the road or whatever by replacements. And now I guess essentially the replacements are now the new, you know, the current group.
So
Um,
does that include the lead singer? Because I mean, I feel like she's. I mean, that's hard to replace that voice. I mean, I'm not saying you couldn't replace her with another singer and maybe have a slightly different sound, but I
from
don't
what
see
I
it.
read,
I don't know how you replicate that.
right, from what I read, and I don't think I read it. I don't think I read it wrong in the comments. Like everybody was not the original. So I
Everybody.
don't know if the original was another woman or was it a guy and they decided to change it up. I don't know. So please let us know that part in the comments for this video.
Yeah, I'm curious because
Um,
I got to believe that voice is hard to replicate. I don't see how, if she leaves the group, how you find another girl that sounds just like that. That seems kind of unique to me, but what do I know?
yeah. All right. So without further ado, because I'm kind of stoked because I was already super stoked yesterday. Um, so let's see
Oh,
what this is about. What?
I just wanted to say one thing to all the people that have been watching our channel, up till now, and even for the new folks. We take very much into consideration all the things that people say, and we listen to you guys. And one of the things that Tazzz and I are trying tonight, you may notice our layout is a little different. We wanted you guys to be able to see us a little bit more. So I'm curious how this translates on the end for the subscriber. Do we look bigger to you guys? Does the layout seem good? Because I want it to be the best experience possible for everybody. So just let us know down below also kind of like what your thoughts are on that. And thank you again. Appreciate it.
All right. So here we go.
What is the restlessness. A bullet is an early bird, a midnight owl. Morning greetings of a rooster are replaced with fire in a hole, fire in a hole. My dear, do we have to go to sleep like that? With a soothing cocktail and 100 cigarettes. Morning greetings of a rooster are replaced with fire in a hole. A better code. Let's go this basement floor. A better code. Let's go this basement floor. This house is not a shelter anymore. This house is not a shelter anymore. This house is not a shelter anymore. I cannot come, so I want my own back. I cannot come, so I want my own back. Don't you leave us homeless. Don't you leave us homeless. Homeless.
Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck.
Wait a minute. It says it's got 20 seconds left. Is that it? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's talking about the director and the producer.
That's all
Sorry.
right, man.
Yeah, I was double checking. All right, let me try something here.
I have a hard time wrapping my head around this whole fucking thing. I mean, like, I can't believe that voice is coming out of a woman. Like, that just blows my mind, for one. Like, it's stunning to me. Like, I've heard, like I said before, I heard band Kitty. I've heard chicks do this type of music, but I've never heard anything like that. And I gotta say, I was actually talking to a friend of mine. I showed them the song we did yesterday, and I was like, look at this chick's voice. I was like, how the fuck can she, like, go out on tour and do that day after day after day without tearing her vocal cords up? Like, I'm stunned by that whole process. So, like, I don't know what her recovery is for I don't know if she's gargling milk or what the fuck is going on, but, like, that is just, it's wild to me. But I'll say this, take the vocal part out of it, like, not the singing, because this has got nothing to do with that. The bassy, like, kind of instrumental that started out the song had a very Korn like sound to me. I don't know if you're familiar with the band Korn. I don't know if they're influenced by Korn or not, but that is the first thing that came to my mind. Just that real, like, dun, 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 like that real hard bassy, like, just, it's what it reminded me of. And then when it switched a little bit in the middle and it went to that part where she had, like, the pigtails and, like, you were poured, like, cup of tea or coffee or whatever, that had, like, a Tool vibe to me a little bit. Like, it went into very, very interesting, a wide array of sort of sounds that were in that song. Like I said to you yesterday, like, I appreciate it more now because I understand what I was listening to, and I kind of feel like I liked the song yesterday even better than I did when I officially gave the reaction. And this is one of those songs too where I feel like the more I would listen to it, the more I would like it. And I didn't dislike this. It's not normally my cup of tea. Like, it's not normally a go-to for me, but I really do appreciate how they're able to put it together, and her voice is just mind-boggling to me. But with that being said, I do think there was, like, a Korn vibe in there somehow, and I am a big fan of Korn, so there's elements of it that I truly, truly liked. I'm stunned by her voice. I can't get over it, man. So I'm curious to see your thoughts. I mean, it looked like you were digging it, but this song was so different from yesterday that it was like, it's kind of like, it was like night and day, right?
Yeah, I mean, I personally like yesterday's song better because it felt like it was 50-50 of her singing, her soft tones, and then her growl.
Right.
This felt like it was like 92% growl.
Right.
The music I love. I mean, those guys are just amazing in their craft.
Yeah,
I think part of it is since I had read part of that comment, like what this song was about. I think mentally that went in there with me because, I would imagine like their anger or their sadness of what's happened to their country, came out in this song. That could probably be the reason for the extra growl, like
yeah, makes sense. Yeah,
let that anger out.
yeah,
And a lot of it I didn't hear what they were saying, so while it was playing, I brought up some of the lyrics, and like one of the parts that they had said is, "Are those the fireworks? No, it's military quirk. Is it a mermaid singing? No, it's a siren screaming. Is an angel watching over us? Isn't an air fighter making a fuss? Why is this party looking so bizarre? A party? No, this is war." So I mean, that's a scary thing. Like you're like, what's because I'm trying to put that now in our own reality. Like if you hear a noise and you're like, oh, is it this? No, it's actually this. And like that's like heart wrenching. Like knowing that you're in your country and it's in war and you're not even knowing that because some sounds sound so similar. Like I never heard well, as far as I know, I never heard a gunshot, an actual gunshot, in a distance, but people said it sounds like fireworks.
yeah,
So, when you hear fireworks around here, like for our holidays of July 4th and stuff, you don't know if it's really fireworks or not. So putting that into perspective of like
yeah,
they were in actual war
yeah.
and reading those lyrics, like I was like, oh wow, okay, I can get it, I can get it. What was I going to say? Yeah, so this one had a lot more growl in it. I'm not sure yet because I said yesterday like I like it if it's not all growl. Now it wasn't all growl. She's got that voice. She's got that ability. And then the music changed a little bit. I didn't understand. If somebody could let me know in the comments, I didn't understand when she was sitting at the table pouring tea, and those beings or whatever were in those like a potato sack type of head garments. Could someone explain to me what that is? Because I just don't know, and I would like to know. Me and Philly like to know. We
Phil and
love
I.
getting it. Ugh, that person and myself like to get information about the artist. Like we really love getting that information. So let me know what that is. So yeah. Anything else you want to say? I'm still thinking,
No,
percolating.
it's interesting too. Like, it's funny. This is going to sound so stupid because I gave the song yesterday a thumbs down. I didn't pass it, but then I explained afterwards why. And then, like, now I'm telling you, the more I listened to it, the more I actually appreciated the song.
Excuse me.
So, with that being said, after listening to these two songs, I actually liked yesterday's song better than this one. So, therefore, you would naturally think that I would not pass this song either. However, that may not be the case because now I have an understanding of what this band is. I went into it now. If this would have been the first song yesterday and I had never heard them and you put the song in front of me, I would have been out from moment one because it was screaming 95% of it. And that was what I said. I don't like that normally, but now I had a feeling, okay, it's war. Yeah, this makes sense that they would scream. It had a Korn-esque vibe to me with the music part of it. So
Right.
that's what's a weird dilemma for me now because I didn't pass yesterday's song, but I'm telling you I liked yesterday's song better. But that doesn't mean I'm not passing today. So, it's one of those things where like I'm still intrigued to hear more. Like I'm just the band has got me intrigued because these two songs have been so different from one another, and I've never heard anything really like it. Her vocal like tone with that is just something I've never been. I've heard it with dudes before. I just never heard a woman do that. It just has me stumped. So good for her because and that's the second time where I was kind of like, holy shit, I can't even believe she could do that.
All right. Are we ready to vote?
Impressive. Yeah, sure. 2 rating system, ass or pass. It's going to be an interesting one. So thumbs up, thumbs down. If it's thumbs down, it's ass. If it's thumbs up, we pass it. So it's pretty simple, ass or pass. I won't even get into the whole count to 3 and all that shit. Do you know where you're going to go with this? Because you seem to be on the fence with it.
I know. I've percolated. The coffee's done.
Okay. All right, so I guess I got count to three.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Ding,
it's
ding, 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 ding.
very, very, very strange that I'm saying this, just because I will fully tell you I liked yesterday's song better now after hearing both of them, and I did not pass it, and so therefore I shouldn't pass this one. But that wasn't the case because I have an understanding of what the band is now, and I'm starting to get it.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, I definitely loved yesterday's song a lot better. But consider it this way, because if case is confusing, if you're in school and the teacher gives one student an A and another one a B, both of them are passing. So yesterday was an A. Today, this one is like a B for me. But what made me give it a B is because the musicality part, I loved it. But knowing that the intentions of this song, what the song was about, made me understand and appreciate the added anger it felt like. It felt like she was really putting that growl like on 10, and that makes sense. And then when I read the lyrics, like just that one little insert, I was like, oh, okay, wow. So putting that all in my little Tazz's pie chart made me say in that favor. So I did like this song and appreciated it, but it takes nothing away from like yesterday's. Yesterday's I liked a little bit more, and I guess that's natural. Like who loves every song on the person's album like equally? I mean, yeah, there may be a few like, oh, I love them leveled out, but there's got to be some that you play a little bit extra on your playlist when you're going to work. So just think of it that way.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm with you, man. I mean, I agree. I'm certainly intrigued to hear some more. I know that there's already been some requests that have been sent in our direction, which we've jotted down, and we'll certainly continue to listen to these and let us know, guys. Jinjer fans, let us know down below what other songs we should go to. I'm curious if there is a song out there that where she just sings it mostly, or is it always going to be this entirely? I want to kind of get an array of the whole entire catalog. I want to get the vibe. Okay,
to answer your question,
to
answer your question, in the comments, they said that don't quote me, this isn't verbatim, but basically they said like this is one of the coolest metal bands because they have also made the ability to mix. Are you sitting down? They made the ability to mix reggae with metal.
Okay,
so that means there's got to be there's some songs out there that have some reggae in it. Like I can't wait to see how they mix reggae with metal. And I think I read in the comments too, there's some where it's more her and her soft tone side or whatever like that. So it's cool that she has the ability to be multi-genre. If they can go reggae style, they can go metal style. And then if there's the soft tone style, but I don't know what you would call that, I guess this ballad or whatever, that's technically multi-genre in a sense. Shut your face. Wake up.
Oh God, this word 955,000 times.
If it implies it to the person, it does. She's if she can do all these different genres, then what else do you call it? Thank you.
Just for anybody, if anybody new, you're going to hear the word genre, musicality, multi-genre. You'll get double. I'm trying to think of the other one you say a million times. Maybe you can help me. It'll come back, but you'll see what I'm saying. But again, I digress. We can't stop him from being an absolute idiot all the time. But but no, seriously, thank you guys so much for the request. This is a very interesting band. Something I would have never come across if it wasn't for you guys and wasn't for this channel. So I'm appreciative of that because I do love all different types of music, and so does he. And I can't wait to see what the next one is. So we welcome all Jinjer fans. We see you guys have been pouring in, and we really appreciate you for coming along on this journey. And we'll be back soon with another Jinjer song for sure. So unless Tazzz has any more he wants to add here, we'll get on out. Anything? No? All right. Well, thank you guys so much for being with us. You spent the last 25 minutes with us as we went and reacted to this song. You could be anywhere in the world that you'd like to be at this particular moment, and you're here with us, and we couldn't appreciate you more. So from myself, Philly, that is Tazzz. It is the Tazzz N Philly show, and we will be back very soon with another reaction video. Please like and subscribe. Have a wonderful night. Peace.
And take it easy and keep it breezy.